Well, good morning. Today is Sunday. Can you believe it? Sunday already. April 7th. And I thought I'd take you with me on my way to church. I told Jim I'd wait for him. Jim doesn't go to church. Okay, I have to figure out why it keeps shutting off. It only does that when I'm in the car. And I thought, well, maybe I'll start my opening after I close the garage door. But you still went away on me. So anyway, Jim doesn't go to church. When we were first married, he went to church with me. And then when my kids were little, or our kids actually, when our kids were little, he always went to church. We always sat in the front row because I didn't want my kids to be distracted and say that they couldn't see what was going on. And to be truth to be told, I told them that the priest was watching them. And my kids were always really good in church. As long as they lived in the house, they had to go to church. I didn't charge them room and board unless they were going to school. Well, as I'm editing this video, I realized I made a mistake. I said that I didn't charge them room and board as long as they were going to school. I meant to say that if they were going to school, they didn't pay room and board. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I ever charged them anything anytime. Really. But I don't know, here I thought so. But, most of I'm trying to think when they moved out. They moved out at a fairly early age. Maybe they didn't want to go to church. I don't know. But no, I never charged them room and board. So I thought that was the least you could do, is go to church. And they did. Christy used to go every Sunday. Now she doesn't go. Danny doesn't go. Jimmy doesn't go. But, I did the best I could. They have to make their own choices in life. It doesn't mean that I don't pray for them, and it doesn't mean that they don't live a good life, because they do live a good life. I just think my own personal belief that for as much as God gives me, I think I can spare an hour and a half of my day to go to Mass. And I really get a lot out of it, so I'm glad that I did. Or glad that I do, actually. The exception being, and I know this is not going to sound Christian-like, but I'm speaking truthful from my heart. I am human, and so I judge. And as much as I try to not judge people, I think it's just part of human nature to somewhat judge people. And that doesn't make me any less of a Christian. It just makes me a more believable Christian, I think, because I just always wonder when you see so many people like they're so Christian-like, or Christian-like, I should say, and then they have such hatred in their souls for people. I'm thinking, how can this be? But anyway, what was I going with that? Once again, I lost my train of thought. Well, I mean, you can be, like without going to church, is my point, that you can. Oh, I know what it was. I'm telling you, it's like a trip to the Twilight Zone if you go inside my head. I go to church all the time. I go every Sunday, with the exception being, I very rarely go on Christmas Day and Easter Sunday. And the reason being is because my pastor, or the priest, he calls them CEOs. And I've said this before, Christmas and Easter only. And they come to Christmas and Easter only services, and they talk. And they're on their phones, and their kids got big bags of food because they can't last an hour without some sort of food to eat. And I'm not talking babies. I don't have a problem with a baby munching on a Cheerios or a little, like those little biscuits that they suck on, or even drinking their bottles. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old with their little bag of goodies, their little cars that they got to play with. Seem like I'm judging. I'm judging, and I'm on my way to church. And that's why I don't go. And then they don't know how to follow the Mass. They don't know when to stand. They don't know when to kneel. They don't know when to pray. They don't know. And then the only thing they really like is the sign of peace, because then they can go and talk to everybody even out loud. And it just... Anyway, can you tell I get annoyed? My kids used to get so annoyed at me because, like, if I was at Mass and there was, like, people behind me talking. Now, I know that you might say something like, something, and like you might have a quick little thing, but people that carry on regular conversations. And this one set of people were sitting behind us one time, and I leaned back in the pew and I said, excuse, and I said it very nicely because I was in church. I says, excuse me, but we do have a social hall in the back if you want to carry on this conversation back there, because I'm trying to teach my children to pay attention to the Mass and not be so rude as to interrupt the priest. My kids were mortified. But you know what? They never said another word through the rest of the Mass. I'm sure I got a lot of daggers at the back of my head, and I'm sure that afterwards they talked about me, but you know, I just thought it was rude. It was just so rude. And it was like, they talked all through the sermon, and it was like not loud enough that the priest, you know, was interrupting, but loud enough that it was disturbing me, and that's all that matters. Because it's all about me, because I'm going to church. But, anywho, a quick story. I've told this one before, but I have a lot of new subscribers, so I apologize to my old subscribers that have heard this before. But I used to be a lector in church, and I used to do the readings. And one time when we went to church, I had bathroom issues, but I knew that I couldn't find anybody to take my place. And I knew that the bathroom was in the sacristy. Sacristy is where the priests get ready and all that stuff. And so I knew that there was a bathroom in there, and I kept running in and out of the Mass, just trying to time it so perfectly so that I wouldn't have to, you know, miss any of my readings. And at the one point I was in there and I thought, oh, I'm never going to get back in time. But I did. I got back in time, and I opened up the book to the wrong date. And so I did my first reading, which was from the Old Testament, and I could hear everybody flipping through the pages. And then we did the acclamation. And some people followed by somewhat, because you say the acclamation first and then they can hear you say it, and so then they can remember from memory to say it with you. And then I did the second reading, which was from the New Testament. And once again, I'm thinking, why are these people why are there so much rattling around with the papers and stuff? And so then it came the gospel, and the priest obviously does the gospel. And so then the priest get up there, and just before he started his sermon, and said, you know, I didn't realize that we had a new author for the Bible, because Sandy has decided to do the readings according to Sandy. So we had the readings from her today. So hopefully you enjoyed them. But I mean, what I loved about this priest was everybody knew that he was joking. He wasn't being facetious or mean. That was just his humor, and everybody took it as his humor, and so that they didn't have a problem with it. So that was good. That was good. I'm glad what we did. Hopefully I gave him enough room. Let me see if I can move up a little, give him a little more room. Does he need a little more room? I think I gave him enough room. All right, let's go to church. I sounded like that was a duty. But, and look at no coat. It's 53 degrees. It should be 60 when I get out of church. Okay, I wanted to share a major victory with you that I just accomplished, because I went into Kroger's and I went the wrong way, and I went by the bakery, and they had just put out freshly baked donuts. You could smell them. Walked right past them. So I got my unsweetened tea. There it is, unsweetened. And then I bought a green pepper and a red pepper. What else did I get? I'm going to have a stir fry tomorrow, and I'm going to use some turkey sausage. And I had a free Friday download for a protein bar. So I picked that up, which, another credit in my favor, it was right next to the Hostess cupcake display. It was like so tempting. They had my Suzy Q's, and they had my cupcakes, and they had my ding dongs. And so then I thought I'll try I'm going to try to get more protein in this week. So I bought a Quest bar. This one is cinnamon roll. It was on sale for, what was it on sale for? I forgot. Let me check and see, because I know it was on sale. It was on sale for $1.69. The cupcakes were only $1. I had paid 69 cents more for something that I don't even know that I really would like. So anyway, it's $2. Oh no, that's my change. I spent $10.22. So I am going to save this for later. It's got 12 grams of protein. It has 3 egg whites, 14 peanuts, 2 dates, no BS. It's a peanut butter chocolate. So we'll see. And then the other one was a cinnamon roll, 20 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 16 grams of fiber. So we'll see about that one. It's 180 calories. You know what? Candy's got about the same amount of... I know. Stop talking that way, Sandy. Stop talking that way. But I'm going to eat healthy this week. I'm going to show you my food today. I probably should eat the protein bar now, but then I'm going to go home and eat my breakfast because it's almost 12:30. So, anywhooser, I'm going to stay on track today. Hard day for me Sundays. Christy's not coming over. That makes it a little bit easier. Okay. That's about it. Let's go before I change my mind. Start this car, Sandy. Because, you know, it's not that far of a walk back in for those cupcakes. Because they're right by the door. We're going to go. Okay, talk to you later. Oh, you know, Phil Collins is coming back to see us just to see me, nobody else, in October. But I don't know that he's still got his voice, so anyway. Okay, I gotta go. I lost you there for a minute again, in case you didn't know. Well, I forgot to bring my mail in. I can't show you because it shows my home address because this is from a friend that knows my home address. So, let me see what I got. And I will share it with you. It's in a box. I'll show you that much. Let's see what the letter says. It says, Dear Sandy, everyone here in London, Weight Watchers, loves this tea. Tastes like cookies and tea together. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to have it for my breakfast today because you know what? As you've just seen, I just came from Kroger's and I overcame the challenge for Hostess cupcakes or a donut. I've thought of you in Lent, so you can have your tea and cake. As always, Esther Newman. Keep strong. Kind of scared to weigh in next week when I return, because she's been doing the whole East Coast. Her daughter is in New York, and she just got engaged. And so she was there. I don't know if she went there knowing that she was going to get engaged or if it was just a surprise, but it's always nice, especially when you like the young man or the young woman. But anyway, this is the tea she's got me. Sent me. So I'm looking forward to having that with my breakfast. It's a proper biscuit brew. The proper way to make a cup of tea is the water needs to be boiling. That is why I do not order hot tea when I am out, because they don't give you boiling water, they give you hot water. There is a difference. If you're a true tea connoisseur, you know that there's a difference. And then I tried, like I showed you, I'm going to try to up my protein this week. And I'm kind of ignorant on I hear everybody using the Premier Protein drinks, but I drink my tea black. Can you just drink it plain? Let me know in the comments below, or how else you can use it. Because I am going to try to build up my protein this week, lower my carbs, not eliminate my carbs, lower my carbs, and just get on track. Get back on track, get back to losing, because this train is leaving the station now with a weight loss goal as my destination. Okay, I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm going to try the tea. I'm drinking it out of your cup, Esther. And I'm going to have my water. I haven't drank my 34 ounces of water yet because I just got back from church. So success. Oh, I started my day with a prayer. I drank 16 ounces of water. My quote is, success means having the courage, determination, and the will to become the person you know you are meant to be. It's 11-point breakfast, 0 for my egg, berries, tea, and water. I forget who suggested it, but someone just suggested when I have extra fruit, I should count it as 2 points. So that's what I'm going to do. For my grapefruit and banana, 4 points for my muffin, 3 points for my jelly, and 2 points for my bacon. So it's an 11-point breakfast. So I have 13 points left for my dinner. Okay, I'm going to have a 6-inch sub, some chips, tea and water. I was 5 points over. I had 4 that I carried over from yesterday. And I have 1 of my weeklies. So I think I'm right on track. And I used a smaller plate. Well, I am glad that I tracked because it did keep me on. It did keep me honest, and I didn't show you because it just grabbed them and forgot to film them. To be honest, I just forgot because I don't usually film on Sundays. But I got myself 15 jelly beans for 3 points. But that's part of my weeklies, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I could have gone way crazier than I normally do on a Sunday, so I think I did really well. I'm not going to get to go for a walk or go to water aerobics tomorrow because Jim's got a consultation to get some implants put in at the dentist, and so he wanted me to go with him. And then he has an appointment at the chiropractor, which is on the way back, so I'm going to be doing that. So I have a busy morning, so I probably won't get back till early afternoon, and then he probably will go to work. But I'm going to stay on track the rest of the week. I'm so glad that I filmed today because it did keep me honest, and I feel a lot better. Feel a lot more hopeful about Saturday. That I don't have to say, oh, you know what, now I got to work to get rid of the weight that I gained on Saturday and Sunday, because that's not going to happen this weekend. So other than that, I'm almost caught up on all my, I did a collab video today, and I think I got 2 more videos to watch. And B, over at B's Journey, did my weight loss tag, so I'm going to enclose in my information box, I'm going to have a link to her channel so you can go over and see it and subscribe to her. And once again, if anybody does the weight loss tag, let me know and I'll send somebody over to your channel. So I will see you guys in the morning. So give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you sometime tomorrow.